Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are joining us from. We are here today with Alex Robinson, who is a sales consultant for Comet Backup. Welcome, Alex.
Thanks, Scott. It's great to be here.
Always good to have you on the show. So, correct me if I'm wrong. Aren't you in Christchurch, New Zealand?
Yeah, absolutely. Coming to you live from the other side of the world, depending on where you are.
Awesome. Well, I think I am on the other side of the world. I have no idea how far New Zealand is from South Carolina, but I think it's a good little stretch. I don't think you could get there in a day.
It'd be a long flight.
It'll be a very long flight. So, well, it is 3 o'clock in the afternoon here. How about you? What time is it in Christchurch?
It's 9 o'clock in the morning, and for you, it's tomorrow.
There you go. All right. So you're actually ahead. So it is your Wednesday, 9 a.m. on Wednesday. Very cool.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit about your experience and all this and how you came to work, how long you've been working for Comet and how you came into this type of work.
Yeah, absolutely. So my background before I came into software sales, I actually worked in like consumer electronics sales, so both retail and wholesale and that. And then I actually got into software and SaaS sales through a friend of mine who worked in the same field as me and then moved into that. And he said, "Hey, apply for a job doing this." So I did, and many years later, I'm still working in software and SaaS and sales and still enjoying it. Yeah, so it's been a great industry to sort of move into.
Awesome, awesome. And you've been with Comet now for how long?
Actually coming just over a year now, so
Okay, very
sort
cool.
of learn the ropes and know my way pretty well around the product as best as a sales rep can.
Awesome. Well, for those who have not heard of Comet before, tell us a little bit about Comet Backup.
Yeah, absolutely. So what I'm going to do, just let me bring this up on screen here. So, what is Comet exactly? It's a good question. I get asked this question quite often. I know backups in our name, but what you can do is think of Comet as a mission control for data protection. Of course, we all know how important data protection is. Whether you've got a client, they get hit by ransomware, hardware failure, sometimes it's just old-fashioned human error. Data loss can be a business-ending event for your clients. So if your clients need data protection, which honestly they probably do, Comet Backup is the tool for you. So, who are we? What do we do? Good question. We're our background, you know, sorry, we're a backup solution. We're actually made by an MSP for MSPs. You're probably thinking that sounds really strange, right? It does. A lot of people
It's
do a double take
common.
and say that.
It's common.
Exactly.
There's a lot of people who have MSPs and they end up getting into SaaS as well.
Exactly. So, we started out as a managed service provider actually almost 25 years ago, primarily doing backup solutions actually. And it was, from that and building tools to try and plug all the gaps of other systems that we're using back in the day that led us to actually want to build our own backup product. So we started in 2015 with building Comet. And really the goal with Comet was to just make the best all-round backup solution, for people like us back then and for people like you now. So, the goal is making setting up and managing your customers' backups easy, secure, and reliable. Now, with that, Comet comes in two flavors. We've got Comet hosted and self-hosted. So, Comet hosted, that's like a turnkey cloud-based solution with the option of integrated storage. So, if you're just looking to get up and go. There's no need to host or maintain anything yourself. You just log in. We take care of everything for you. Or,
Nice.
if you like the other option, you want to keep everything in-house. We're also going to offer a fully customizable self-hosted solution for anyone who has sort of more complex requirements, on-prem requirements, they want to resell Comet, anything like that. So both options are available to you. And, with Comet, you're in total control of your backup environment and your storage destinations. So you're probably aware, my role in Comet is sales. We've already mentioned that. So I spend a lot of time talking with MSP business owners. The big question always comes up, what's this going to cost me? So I thought that'd actually be a really good place to start here. Well, we've got MSP focused plans. They start from just $49 a month for both our cloud hosted and our self hosted options. What's more, our endpoint licenses start from only $2 an endpoint, and that's regardless of whether it's a server, workstation, or a laptop. I know oftentimes, when it comes to SaaS products, accurate pricing can be really hard to find. So we don't gatekeep our MSP pricing. You can visit our website. We've got a great calculator where you can work out your total price, including all your endpoints, your storage costs, your management console, and everything. I'll show you that a little bit later on as well. We've got no sneaky hidden fees. There's no complicated contracts or licensing models, and we're only going to charge you for what you use when you use it. That makes Comet it's a really good cost-effective solution, regardless if you're just starting out or you've got lots of existing clients who require backup. Now, I've talked a lot about what it's going to cost you. Second biggest question always comes up: what exactly can I back up with Comet? And we've got you covered with over a dozen different types of backups. This includes our most popular solutions, which is files and folders backup and full disk image backups with bare metal restores. Our endpoint backup solutions allow you to effectively protect files and folders on Windows, Mac, and Linux, along with full disk images of Windows servers, workstations, and laptops. And in addition to Windows, I get to announce today that we've just released support for Linux full disk image backup. We've had
Nice.
tons and tons of requests for this, both from existing customers. I hear it from prospects coming my way as well. This is something they're looking for. Our whole team's been really excited about this launch. In fact, it coincides really well. We've got our whole team in the office for sort of our Christmas celebrations this week as well. So it's a big week for us doing this. So the Linux disk image, it offers all the same benefits of a Windows full disk backup. You can restore to physical or virtual machines easily, and the process is just as simple to set up and operate as the Windows one as well. So I know a lot of you actually you're probably already using other backup products. So even if you're not ready to fully migrate everything to Comet right now, this could be a good starting point. Something you come in at something different that you can't get from everyone else. And it might make it worth just jumping on and trying out Comet, even just for this.
Very nice.
In addition to doing disk image and workstation, backups and servers and laptops, we also do backing up virtual machines. So with Comet, you can back up Hyper-V, VMware directly from the host, with all the benefit of being able to deduplicate your backups across multiple VMs as well. And that's the point I'll touch on a little bit later on. We also have a ton of other things as well. So we support backing up 365, Synology, SQL servers, Exchange servers, and a bunch more different things as well. So I've talked a lot about what you can back up. So I think now we can talk about where we can store it. After all, what good are backups if you don't have somewhere safe to put them, right? So as you can see, we offer three main options. Firstly, if you've already got a preferred cloud storage provider, just feel free, you can use them. Comet's compatible with pretty much all S3 compatible storage. You can just go ahead and use that. If you've got your own local storage, you want to set up your own local Comet storage server, once again, all good. We support that too. You can bring that in, and there's no charge from us if you bring your own storage. Or as I mentioned sort of briefly earlier, we do also offer a full turnkey solution. So if you want a simple, reliable turnkey solution, we've also got you covered with Comet Storage, which is actually powered by Wasabi. So Comet Storage is great. It's only $6.99 a terabyte a month. That's a pooled charge across all your clients' backups as well. So Comet Storage, it gives you all the benefits of choosing a big player in cloud storage with, I think, a dozen different storage locations globally now. So using that, it's going to save you the time and hassle of managing multiple accounts and billing from different vendors just to operate your backups. Everything for your backups is just build through Comet.
Nice.
Cool. Now, the cool thing with Comet, you can easily manage all your endpoints from a single pane of glass. All your backups are automated. You've got instant oversight of all your clients' job statuses and built-in email reporting, so you can monitor all your clients' backups really easily. These are really easy to customize, so you can see what you want when you need to see it. What about this? I get asked a lot, is Comet fast? Is it secure? I get lots of questions about performance and security. And of course, security is front and center with us. All your backups are end-to-end encrypted. They can be made immutable. Everything's deduplicated and compressed client side as well. So it's going to help you save valuable storage space. And all your backups are direct to storage and incremental forever. So there's no full re-uploads, anything like that. Once again, another thing that's going to help save you some storage space, save you some bandwidth. This is going to save you time and money as well. We understand for MSPs, time and money, both those things count for you. So we try to make it all work simple and quick. And Comet also makes it really simple to roll out all your backups to all your customers quickly and at scale. With fully customizable policies, the ability to add users in bulk and deploy remotely to your client's endpoints. Comet's super easy to manage, no matter what your client's size or needs might actually be.
I do have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Does Comet hold the encryption key?
Sorry, what was that?
Does Comet hold the encryption key? Bobby Rose asked the question, does Comet hold the encryption key?
So the encryption key, yeah, is managed by the server. So
Okay.
the user account is what each individual user account is what manages the encryption keys.
Okay.
Probably, we can have a discussion a little bit, maybe one-on-one about that later, or one of our team can follow up and sort of clarify a few points around that if you like.
Sure. All right.
Good. Excellent. Um, and speaking of teams, this sort of leads to my next sort of point here. Now, I'm pretty sure, my contract says I'm not allowed to sing on product pitches, right? But as Peter said in the song, "Help! I need somebody," and not just anybody. So I'd like you to look at this. As you can tell, I haven't used a stock image of some people in a call center. I'm sure we all go on websites, we see those stock images, and it's a little bit cringy sometimes. But this is a picture of Mike. He's a head of support. He isn't just anybody. So, like a lot of support techs, he prefers to be behind the monitors, answering his tickets rather than getting his photo taken. It was hard just to coax this photo out of him. Now, also being the guy who does the headshot photos for the company, I could have just gone in and pulled his headshot out. But I really think this image shows Mike at his best and shows what we're all about. So it also proves he's real. In fact, all our support techs, they're all in-house, they're all real, fully trained Comet Backup experts. And what's more, Mike, he only sits 2 desks away from me as well. So whatever's going on support, I know about it as well. And why is any of this important? Really simple. Here at Comet, we believe a solution is only going to be as good as the team backing it up. We only make one product and one product only. That's Comet Backup. So 100% of our support and development goes into making backups better for you every single week. We back our product up with great in-house support that our customers love. And of course, we have a friendly, no pressure sales and onboarding team. We're here to help recommend the perfect backup solution for you. So this sort of comes to the conclusion of the presentation side of things. What I'd like to do now is actually give you a quick little tour of the software and sort of show you, behind the scenes, so to speak. So if you just give me a second here, I'm going to switch over to that screen. All right, great. So what you should be able to see in front of me now is one Comet dashboard. So when I spoke earlier about Comet being the sort of mission control for data protection, this is the mission control for Comet. So this is your management console where you're going to see an overview of everything that's going on with your backups. So on here, you can see, what you're backing up, the status of all your devices at a glance, what's been run in the last 24 hours. If you're self-hosting a management console, is that backing itself up and protecting itself in case of failure? It's all done through here. You can even quickly add users just at the click of a button up here. So you can create a new user account. So speaking of users, really simple, all managed under here. So you can see a list of all your users. You can filter and search these, sort them by what company or organization they belong to as well. And if we go into a user, this is what a user account is going to look like. So you can see, your details about the user. You're also able to see what backups or protected items, as we call them in Comet, are being backed up. So as you can see here, I've got backups for a couple of different devices. So a file and folder backup on a MacBook and a disk image of a Windows laptop. What's really cool in here is not only can I see what I've backed up, but I can create backups for any one of these machines live right here through the management console. I don't even need to go onto the endpoint to do it. So I can just click in here. I'm going to add in a backup for this MacBook that I'm currently using. And I can go in and even browse, what I want to back up on the device straight from the management console.
That's quick too.
Yes, nice and
There's
quick.
no lag.
No, exactly. So I'm not having to wait ages to load things up to do it. So I can either set up individual backups right here, so I can build out the schedule for your backup, set when it's going to run and how frequently, all through the management console. I can also set my retention up as well, so I can define whatever retention policy I want to keep, basically. So I can come in and build out a retention policy for it. So I can do that on a per device basis like this through here, or the real power of Comet actually comes into play when you start using the policies to do this. So a big part of this, if we click on policies here, we can either build per user policies. So this allows you to do a uniform rollout of Comet to your users' devices, or even to all your users. You can build over here sort of universal policies that you can apply to any user as you add them into Comet. So you can sort of see how this builds out a process where you can quickly deploy this at scale if you need to as well, and make sure that all your users are getting a consistent experience. So policies let you define where you're backing up to, what kind of default protected items you want to have. If you want to assign quotas to devices as well, that's all managed through here. You can create default schedules, default retention, and default configuration of what you'd like to happen with reporting. So, you might want to see just reporting for missed or failed jobs, or you might want to see reporting for all jobs. You might want to see when I've reached a certain storage usage, whatever it is, you can have a report set up ready to go. So yeah, you can build this per user, or you can build global policies in here. Next big part of the system, of course, really the final main part of it is you want to be able to see what's actually going on in Comet. So we have our job logs here. So we can come in and we can filter by what we want to see. So let's look at all jobs just for now. And we can see all the recent jobs that have been run for all the devices that you're managing. So of course, once again, you can filter these down. You can export this out as well if you need to, and you can see that. You can also go in and view logs of all these jobs. And also, if you just want to see recent activity at a glance, we can click on recent activity here, and it's going to show you, any users that are created in the system, what jobs are created, and, just a simple color-coded status for your recent jobs. So that's all managed through there. And then the other main part of the system is actually going to be the endpoint client itself. So I'm going to switch over. This is the endpoint client application. Now, this application, I know I'm showing you this on a Mac, but it's the same regardless if you're on Windows or Linux. You're going to get the same client tool here. This lets you, on the endpoint itself, manage the backups and restorations if you want to. Now, the cool thing about this, you might have certain clients where you want to be able to give them access into this, and other clients where you want to lock the whole thing down. You manage everything remotely for them. You've got complete freedom to really set this up how you want. So you can see the overview of just their backups in here. You can come in and you can create new backups through here if you need to, and you can restore backups as well, all just through the agent. So it's a nice lightweight agent. Doesn't use up all the memory and CPU of the computer when it's running a backup job. It's just there. It just runs away, takes care of everything for you. All right, cool. Now, sort of talk through, it's a pretty high level overview of the product itself. If there's any particular things in here you'd like to go into more detail, and I'm more than happy to talk to anyone, one-on-one, face-to-face afterwards as well. I'll share my details later on. The final sort of thing I'd like to bring up as well is our actual pricing structure. Now, I mentioned we have transparent pricing earlier. I'll show you just how transparent it is. If you go onto our pricing page here, We have all our plans, all our pricing, a great pricing calculator you can go through and run. So for most of our MSP customers, you'd be looking at one of these two plans here. So the growth plan is for people who want to self-host their management console, their own storage server, things like that. The professional plan here is for people who prefer the cloud-hosted option instead. So we host your management console, and you can use whatever cloud storage you'd like to use essentially with that. So either our cloud storage or another S3 provider or multiple providers as well. We support, you can have as many different providers and backup locations as you like with Comet. Now we have a calculator here. So if we wanted to work out what's Comet actually going to cost me. So right now we're on a professional plan. Let's pretend we're a customer. We're wanting to cloud host. How many endpoints have we got? So let's say we've got 50 endpoints here. We're going to add those in. And let's say we want to do disk images of 15 of them, or 12 of them, sorry. I can type properly today. And we've also got, say, a couple of SQL servers to back up as well. So we can click and add those in. So now it's giving us an estimate down here of what it's all going to cost us. Now, if we want to add storage to this, let's imagine we want to use Comet storage and we need, say, 7 terabytes of storage. We're going to click on that. And right there, as you see, we've got a total price. You know what you're going to be sort of paying on a monthly basis. And the way this pricing works is because you're only paying for what you use as you use it, you don't need to go on and pre-purchase, say, a block of licenses for a period of time. If
Hmm,
you add 10 more devices next month, you just start paying for 10 more devices. If you take 10 devices off the month after, it goes back down again. Really simple, really easy to manage. So you
nice.
work out a pretty accurate pricing. Once again, if you're not exactly sure about how your setup might translate into Comet and our pricing, more than happy if you want to get in touch via email and send me a list of what you've got, what you're trying to back up, and explain it to me. I can go through and I can work out some pricing based on how this works for you and give you a pretty accurate figure. So yeah, by all means.
Awesome. Well, I love how you guys have laid it all out for everybody. Your pricing is very transparent. It's not like you call and get one person, you get a different price. So
Yeah.
that's perfect. Well, Alex, what is the best way if we've got someone who is interested in, becoming a new customer of Comet, getting signed up with Comet? What is the best way that they can reach out
Yeah, absolutely. What I'm going to
or
do
get
here is actually
started?
I'll bring
Yeah.
up my contact details and then
Okay.
talk you through the best way to get in touch with me. So
Perfect.
that can you see my email address and sign up details big and clear?
No, not yet.
Oh,
Just see
okay.
you.
Oh,
I don't think
the,
you started sharing yet.
the joys of doing it. Just a moment. Just a moment. It should be working. Let's try it one more time. Okay. How's that now?
Yep, I can see it nice and big. And for anybody watching the live stream, if you do reach out to Comet Backup, please let them know that you heard about them and saw today's live stream in IT Business Owners Group.
Absolutely. So, if after listening to this, you feel like Comet is something you're interested in getting started with, or even if you'd just like to see what we can do, we're going to offer you a fully featured 30-day free trial of Comet. We even put in 5 terabytes of storage you can use on the trial as well. So you can do some real testing, run some real backups, run some real restores, make sure, we really do the thing that we claim we do. So getting started is really easy. You don't need a credit card to sign up or anything like that for the trial. You can start your first backup honestly within 15 minutes or less, particularly if you're going to use the Comet hosted option. You just click a few buttons, download that endpoint onto your device, and start running backups. All you need to do is follow the link on screen to sign up. So that's cometbackup.com/free dash trial. If anyone's not watching and just listening, that's cometbackup.com/free dash trial. And today, exclusive offer for IT Business Owners Group members. If you use the promo code ITBOG, that's ITBOG, ITBOG. Doesn't matter if it's lowercase, uppercase, anything like that. As long as you get the letters right, it's going to work and give you $100 bonus when you sign up. And that $100 bonus is valid for 3 months as well. So you've got plenty of time to actually use it after the trial runs out. Also, even if you feel like you're not quite ready for a trial yet, you want to just talk one-on-one with me about how Comet can protect your client's critical data, what you can do, just go to cometbackup.com. There's a big button at the top right of the page. It says speak to sales. You press that button. You can book a call straight away with me. Or you can email me directly at alex@cometbackup.com. Go straight through to me. I read and respond to all the inquiries that come in like that. So please get in touch if you'd like to have a chat about backups. So I just want to say a really big thanks to everyone who's come along today. It's always cool to get to present to groups and actually be able to show a live demo of the product as well, and prove that we really do the things that we say we do in the product pitch. So back over to you, Scott.
Awesome. Well, Alex, thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate it. And it's been a pleasure getting to know Comet a little bit better today. We got a great, perfect overview of the platform. So I'm impressed and excited. So thank you again, Alex. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
I will indeed. Thanks very much, Scott. It's great to be here.
Yes, sir. We'll catch you next time. See you.
Right.
Bye bye.
See you.